2018 is almost a wrap, and a lot has happened in the sneaker world this year. What was the best sneaker? What was the worst? We run down our picks in this episode. This is Colorways and Toeboxes. Welcome to Colorways and Toeboxes. I am Mouse Jones. Beside me are my dope hosts, Maze and What's Good. And today we have a special guest joining us on the show, the man making all the power moves, DJ SpinKing. Clap it up, clap it up.
What up, what up, what up?
You wasn't gonna join me?
No.
All right, he's too cool for that. He's too cool to take his own song. Divide it. No? All right.
What's goody?
Nah, we appreciate you coming out.
Appreciate you
You
having
ready to talk some sneakers with us?
Talk about it.
All right, so today we got a few things we want to get into, but first, everybody got to tell me what's on your feet. Maze, the OG, what we doing?
Black Cement Air Jordan 3, most important Air Jordan of all time, period.
What that the 2011?
This one that just dropped, no, with the Nike Air in the back.
With the Nike Air in the back.
Yeah.
I see you out there. Looking good, looking good.
Thank you, sir.
What's good, or what is good on your feet?
The Sean Air Max 197.
Ooh, light flex, nothing crazy. SpinKing.
Dior Homes, cozy.
That's not Dior, homie. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I get it. That a rap
Forget
ball.
it.
It's a rap.
It was a rap ball.
It's a rap.
Come
on,
First
bro.
of all, no, you can't do that. I sung your song and you ain't you're lit with me, but you want to tell me the other lyric. All right, we go.
That's the first time I tried to give Kanye some love on the show and you guys just went, okay.
SpinKing was
Well, Mouse can't wait to tell us what he
was
has on
asking
his
me
feet.
a question.
Let's go.
What you got on your feet?
What you got?
Oh, it's funny you asked, right? Just a little something right here. These are the Jerry Lorenzo Nike Air Force, not Air Force. These are the Jerry Lorenzo Air Fear of God.
That's
That's
right.
what these are. Shout out to the good people at Nike. Thank you. They sent these over.
Oh, we showing out bugs now?
No, what I was doing is not trying.
What size are those?
They're your size. They're your size. They are definitely your size. Just
They look fresh out the box too.
They are.
Okay.
They are.
This is their first walk?
This is the first walk. I said,
like
we
it.
got to break them out for Colorways and Toeboxes.
It'll be the last walk.
It's gonna be.
Oh, shit.
It's definitely gonna be the last walk. Definitely gonna be the last walk. Somebody's last walk. I don't know. I see your friends in the back. All right, they been eyeing me the whole time. All right, I'm 5'8". Don't let it fool you. All right. Okay, Maze, watch the door.
I see.
All right, we have to defend this house.
Man, you rocking the right vest too. We got the utilities in there.
That's 50's vest?
Hey, it'll take some shots. But definitely shout out to them. Shout out to Jerry Lorenzo. This is a good shoe. Good shoe. We got good feats all around.
That's right.
Feats all around. Now we're doing something a little different in this episode. The end of the year is upon us, and it wouldn't be right if we didn't get to run down what we loved and hated this year. So without further ado, here's our end of the year picks. First up, we have collab of the year. You ready? So we're about to shake the table
Yeah.
because we're starting with Maze.
Yep.
Maze, what is your collab of the year?
So I'm gonna preface this by saying this is a bittersweet pick for me because in my personal opinion, it was actually the worst handled release ever in the history of sneakers. But the sneaker itself is so dope that I gotta give it up, and that's a Union Air Jordan 1 pack. That pack was OD. The storytelling behind it, the way they chopped up sneakers and put them back together, and then they sold them at the flea market ahead of the release, and people were like, these are fake. They even put Sean Witherspoon out there looking crazy. Just genius. You know what I mean? The execution was genius. The release, garbage. But the sneaker, beautiful.
Now, when you say the release was garbage because you didn't get one,
I mean,
what shoe?
Come on.
I mean, that's implied,
I was
obviously.
asking, I was trying to make sure, I was doing my journalistic
So
due diligence.
my thing is that, first of all, Cop and Sneakers 2018 off rip is garbage, period.
True.
Like you gotta deal with the bots and the online, the raffles, garbage. But this one, they dropped it like 3 or 4 times online, and each time it dropped was just a shit show.
Okay.
So, but the sneaker's good.
Yes.
Love the sneakers.
Okay.
Love them.
Now, what's good? I'm coming to you. Collab of the year.
The Sean Air Max 197 for me was the collab of the year. It is a collab that hits home for me personally because I feel like this shoe particularly brought back like that excitement of like awaiting a shoe release, and like it's been in the talks since last year. Like the story behind this shoe, like the way they marketed it, the way they had the Vans going around, like for me that it was so crazy, and I don't know, the colors on it obviously
Are
are my shit. So this for me was definitely the collab of the year.
SpinKing, you've been getting into a lot of money this year. What has been?
Everything is rented. The Travis Scott Jordan 4s.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, they had great stories for theirs. I don't have a story for mine. I just love the sneaker and the colorway.
Okay.
Okay.
How many
That's
pairs?
fair.
Sometimes it's just that simple.
No,
Yeah,
literally.
it was a dope sneaker.
How many pairs you got?
He gave me one, that's all I got.
Oh, excuse.
Like you.
Huh?
You ain't got nothing to say about that.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Oh.
thank you.
Whole time in pre-production, I thought he was just a quiet guy. I didn't know
Right.
it was this
He's
much
here with
content with
the
darts on
SpinKing.
you.
We need to vet these guests better, all right? I didn't know it was gonna be attacked. Okay, this is supposed to be a safe space for us. I guess I'm supposed to say mine now.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I agree with Maze. The Union one. That
Yeah.
was my collab of the year. They were all Jordans that I enjoyed
For sure.
individually.
Yeah.
And then to see them put together in the way they were put together, it was great.
And somehow it worked.
It
Yeah,
worked because
it
I
executed
definitely my
well.
favorite pair was the Storm,
The Kentucky joints, the blue
there.
ones. Yeah.
and I did not expect to like those. Like I did not ever expect to like those two colorways
Beautiful.
in which the way they did it, especially given like there was actual like a fashion eye done with it, just
Yeah.
with like certain details.
sure.
Like for them to put the separate color lace in there, that'll make the two sneakers pop as
Exactly.
one.
And the contrast stitch.
It was very good, well done, well executed. I did not get a pair purchased or free, so
I feel like that
too
has to be
agree.
rectified for both of us.
We're here, we're doing our job, we're doing our service. Somebody fix that, please. Somebody fix it. Moving on. A few shoes dropped and didn't get the recognition they deserved, and with that, our next category is Sleeper of the Year. Maze.
Yeah.
We agreed on the last topic. Let's see if we're going 2 for 2.
I think this one, I don't think anyone's gonna agree with this one. Not because the sneaker itself is not dope, but it's very much a sleeper. That is the Anna Wintour Air Jordan 3s. To me, low key, if you think about it, if you sit back and think about it, low key, one of the most important collaborations, I think, honestly, all time. It could have been collaboration of the year if it was that. Because Anna Wintour and what she's done for like the fashion space and the style journalism space is like you can't touch her, right? She's like royalty. But then to put her together with something that us in the streets, in the hood, love so much, the Air Jordan 3
Yeah,
and the Air Jordan 1 is just a genius collaboration, but not many. I feel like it flew over a lot of people's heads,
Definitely.
Yeah.
right?
I'm one.
The importance of it flew over a lot of people's heads, and then Anna Wintour's usual crowd went under their radar. So it was like in a weird space where it's just a sleeper and beautiful sneaker, beautiful pack, beautiful
I almost
storytelling.
feel like that's.
I'm about to make you change your mind, aren't you?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not that. I
thought he
do
did.
feel.
Right?
No. I feel like the reason you feel it's a sleeper, just like from hearing feedback
Yeah.
in the streets about it, I feel
Yeah.
like a lot of people didn't like the way it was executed.
Oh,
a
that
lot of people
sneaker's
thought it was
beautiful.
really ugly.
Really? The 3?
Yeah.
Nah, that sneaker's fire.
Yeah.
With her initials in the
I
back
have like
too?
the multicolored one, not the black one.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of people thought the shoe was really ugly.
An Air, it's really hard, in my opinion, to make an Air Jordan 3 ugly.
No, it is not. But we can talk about that off air.
For
It's
real?
very easy. It's very easy and it's been
Nah.
done. It's been, the flips. Ugly.
Nah. Not gonna give you that one.
Okay.
So Jordan 3s and Dunks,
Now,
you
what-
can't go wrong with me.
And Air Jordan 1s. It's impossible to
And
make
Jordan
sneakers
1.
ugly.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
What's good?
This is more for the ladies, but for me, I felt like a lot of women slept on the Air Jordan Jester from the Reimagined pack.
The zip
That
up
was
one,
fire.
Right?
The zip up one.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of women were going like for the other styles, and like after a couple months, then a lot of like girls were like, oh shit, like, cause I would like post it and people would be like, yo, what are those? Like, but they were sold out like.
Oh, now
to
you
go.
now you here. Now
Right.
you
So I
wanna know.
definitely feel like that was a sleeper because I feel like when people first started seeing them, they were like, yo, those are trash. And honestly, I did too. When I first saw like the whole pack, I was like, oh, like it could have been done better. Like this was like the first like real like pack for like women. So I don't know, like I was just like, oh, it could have been done better. But like once I like really analyzed everything, like the Jordan dressers are crazy.
That whole pack was fire, in my opinion. That whole pack was
It grew on me. It grew on me, but that's why I feel it's a
I did
sleeper.
like the Zippo ones. I did.
Those are crazy.
That was one of the only ones I've ever seen that translate well in a bigger size. Like with me, I have to get in an 11 and a half, and it just looked so much bigger than a 10 or 9 and a half would have looked. So I let it go. Let it go.
Good sneaker.
Great sneaker. SpinKing.
The Nike Off-White Prestos.
Sleeper, okay.
I feel like a sleeper to me because everybody's so focused on the ones.
Okay.
And when you try them on, the ones are a great sneaker.
Yeah.
When you try the Prestos, they're so comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like people were so caught up in the ones they weren't focused on the Prestos. So that's just my opinion.
I got you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna agree. It comes from the Off-White family. That original Off-White blazer from that original 10 release. I think that was a very slept-on sneaker. Like SpinKing said, everybody was so focused on the one, and then the attention diverted to the 97s. Then the attention diverted to the Vapor Max. That was just a well-done sneaker. To me personally, it was.
Oh, damn.
Me. That's literally what I said. I said to me. No, I literally said to me personally.
He was just trying to carve out a little space for himself.
Literally said me personally, like, nah. Get out my head. Thanks. But yeah, I enjoyed that sneaker. I like when it comes to deconstruction, I like bold. If you're gonna take the sneaker apart, then I need you to put it back in a very bold way.
I got you.
So like with the check so elongated and going into the guard, I like the simplicity of being able to switch up those two laces.
I think it's crazy that last week I said personally, I'm gonna say me again, that the tail end of the Off-White stuff was overhyped, right? But then our sleepers are Off-White. To me, that just shows how important the Off-White collection was, period, this whole year.
True. It definitely made a statement this year. Now, speaking of Off-White, we all know about the obvious big brands, but this year we saw some significant movement with some other smaller brands that we feel should get some acknowledgement. So, these are our breakout brands of 2018. Maze, come on.
So I want
shaking
first.
tables.
No, I'm not even gonna do that yet. But first, I want to say, I want to clarify because people are gonna see this and they're gonna be like, "How could you say this or that?" Right?
Right.
This is breakout brand of the year, so it's not necessarily the obvious Nike or Adidas or the bigger brands like that, because obviously it would be either of those two if we were gonna keep it real. And to me, the brand of the year is Nike. Period. But the breakout brand of the year, to me, in my personal opinion, is Puma.
Now, why that? Because I've seen them. I seen they're getting back into basketball.
Right.
They're making signings. So what is it about? What did Puma do this year?
So it's about both. It's about that and another thing. So first, from the lifestyle space, they dropped a couple bangers this year, like the RS1.
Okay.
Good sneaker. I think that, you know, when you think of Puma, you think of like the staples like a Clyde or a Suede or whatever. But they showed this year that they can do other things too in the lifestyle space, right? Now, from the basketball space, I know you and I are hoop heads. That was a bold move.
Definitely.
To come out and be like, yo, we're here now.
Yep.
We got a roster of people. We got Scary Terry, we got Rudy Gay, we got Boogie Cousins, DeAndre Ayton. They signed top level talent and put those sneakers on the NBA court ASAP. That's not easy. You know what I'm trying to say? In a space dominated by Nike and Adidas, to be like, yo, we here now with this bright ass orange sneaker.
Sneaker is very bright.
You gotta give it up to them. They made a statement.
And music too.
And the music. Oh, absolutely. With Weeknd,
Hov,
Big Sean,
Boogie,
Hov,
Meek.
yep. Absolutely.
Just even.
true.
Thank you.
Yeah.
for mentioning that.
But I kind of feel like we should have seen the inkling of this or the start of this a few years ago when
Absolutely.
they put Emery.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gave Emery that position in there, and then before he went to jail, you seen Meek. There was a great reverence for Puma was actually. You were seeing them in the clubs more.
Yeah.
You seeing them at photo shoots more. They were being seated more.
Absolutely.
After Meek started wearing them. So to see them doing it in a music space and a sports space was dope. So
Now you see Hov on IG in front of the Puma jet. Like, that's fire to me.
yeah.
Come on, man, a Puma check, Puma.
No, it's not even about. I'll take one, but it's not, it's not even about that. I just you know.
Nah,
have to
I
show
agree.
love.
Because even some Puma sneakers, you can't even tell they're Pumas.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what makes them look dope.
Yeah.
It's like a sneaker. I don't know which one exactly, but it looks like the 2 Chainz Versace. But
Like the Thunder. The
yeah, and
Spectra.
you can't even
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, no, they had a good year.
And it's
My
comfortable
personal
too.
Yeah.
Well, what's good? We're coming to you. What is the breakout brand of the year?
So for me, I mean, this brand has been around, and like I feel like we keep bringing it up, but I do feel like Off-White for me is the breakout brand of the year. They obviously have been out. I feel like even last year, it was kind of like being overshadowed by Yeezy, in my opinion. But this year, like I don't know, like I feel like Virgil like really like came out the gates this year, and then to top everything off and then be affiliated with LV, like that for me is crazy, so iconic. Like, and then it also ties back into Maze's point with like Anna Wintour. Like that's how I feel with Virgil as well, because it's like this constant bridging between streetwear and luxury. And yeah, like I felt like that was a huge statement, and like it's been consistent literally all year. Like it hasn't died down. He's been doing like major collaborations, and like the whole like Serena Williams thing was super huge. Very important, super important message. Like aside from having a bunch of well executed shoes, the messaging behind it was also up to par. So I feel like for me, Off-White is breakout brand of the year.
If we had a man of the year category, it'd be Virgil.
Yeah.
Like for sure. He took the game stranglehold whole year.
Yeah.
SpinKing.
Adidas been around for a long time.
Yeah.
But the sneaker I say is Raf Simons.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Now,
I feel like
what
I
about
feel-
that stuck out to you this year?
The colorways were so dope. The only thing I don't agree is like when they put the holes in it, jacking that. But the colorway I really do feel strongly about. I think it's a dope sneaker. If you don't know, you won't know what the sneaker is.
Right,
That's what I like about it.
Like
How about
that.
you?
I'm gonna agree with what's good. I think Off-White kicked in the door this year. Like they from the beginning of the year, and I remember being at that initial release that Nike had did in the LES, and it was insane, right? And it was like you could feel like, oh no, they rolled out those initial 10, and you're like, oh nah, what's going on here?
The energy shifted.
And then
Yeah.
literally after release, and it's like, I don't know how to articulate, but it's like, all right, I didn't want to see another Off-White, but if you gave me another, every time I seen another one, I was like,
Okay.
all right, I'll deal with this one. all right, don't send me no more. Oh, another one? Oh, y'all got another one out here? You feel what I'm saying? It was like, okay, y'all kept doing it, and it was, they did something super intricate and then kept it simple, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They deconstructed the sneakers, and that was the intricate part of it.
Yeah.
But then they kept it very simple and just changed colors.
And I feel like everything, like I feel like there was also just like, the collection was for everybody. Like there was some for more minimalistic people, there were some for loud people like me, you know, like I feel like that's why it was such a success. Like it didn't like exclude anybody. It was like something was for everyone.
What's crazy to me too is how much Nike and Virgil both benefited off like each other.
definitely.
Yeah.
Like Nike doesn't need to cloud up because it's Nike, but they did cloud up a bit when they did the Virgil collab. And then Virgil, like you said, went to LV. You can't say that his Nike collaboration, all the noise he was making didn't help that. So to see a major multi-billion-dollar brand cloud up and Virgil at the same time was kind of crazy.
I just want Virgil to start wearing Michael Jordan jeans.
We can have a conversation about that one day.
Now, there was some shoes that we all hated, and we may not all agree here, but that brings us to our next category, flop of the year.
Yeah.
Now, Maze, what is the flop of the year?
I feel like this is probably obvious, being how I've been the past however many
Here
weeks.
we go.
But I want to caveat this again by saying, in my personal opinion, this is my favorite sneaker of his. So it's hard for me to say this, but the flop of the year was the Mauve Air Jordan. I'm sorry, the Mauve Adidas Yeezy 700.
Okay.
The Yeezy 700, like I said, is my favorite Yeezy model. So like I want that sneaker to win. I think it looks great. But that sneaker flopped like I couldn't believe. Like there was a lot of hype. When he rocked it, there was a lot of hype for that sneaker. People like wanted to rock it, wanted to cop it. And then when it dropped, it was a brick. Like good sneaker, but a brick. Like it did nothing in the culture.
It did look a little strange on foot, not gonna lie.
Sure.
I have the
like a
wave
little
runners. Yeah.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is comparing it to the hype that it was before to what actually happened when the joint dropped, it's a flop.
Right.
And then, and I don't like to do this where you put resale value to determine how dope a sneaker is.
Right.
I don't like to do that, but I did it. And it's flipping, not even, it's going for less than retail on the resale market.
People are just trying to get rid of it.
That is crazy. When a Yeezy sneaker is going for less than retail on the resale market, big brick.
Jordan would never.
Never.
Jordan would never. What's good?
Damn, we're about to bash this, but mine is the 350 Butters. I feel like those were a huge flop. Like, it's kind of like the same story Maze was just saying. It's like it was on a roll, like Yeezy was on a roll, and then for me, those, like once they came out, like I felt like nobody copped them. Like the 700s, like you mentioned, like I feel like, yeah, they flopped, but I almost feel like those Butter V2s flopped even harder. Like, it was bad.
I walked into a Foot Locker, and shout out to my people at Foot Locker, no shots at Foot Locker, and the associates were like holding the Yeezy at the door. That to me is wild.
I went into Adidas randomly one day, and like I was with my brother, and they were like, "Yo," because he's like younger, so you know, young kids love the hype. And yeah, the guy came out and he was like, "Yo, like we're really trying to like get rid of these. Like, do you want these?" And he was like, and I was like, "Yeah."
You shouldn't go to a store and they shouldn't try hard to upsell you on Yeezys.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they carry Yeezy in Foot Locker. I did not know that.
Now you know.
You
You too good to step into Foot Locker?
No, but
Okay.
I don't buy Yeezy.
No,
so.
they're sent to him. What do you mean?
Kanye blessed you with a pair?
I would just like everyone here to grow up. Thanks. Now, Spin King, what is your flop of the year?
The Reebok DMX Moss ones. But we're gonna add this under the Adidas umbrella because Adidas owns Reebok. They should have never made the sneaker.
That's a bad sneaker. That is a
Very bad sneaker. You see how that looks?
Yeah.
Don't look at my hurt your eyes. Now your turn.
Hurts. Whew. Well, it's a sweep. It is a sweep. Those
bad.
350s. Now,
We brought the broom out on Adidas. That's
Yeah.
listen.
That is
Hey,
really
it
messed up.
wasn't my fault. It was y'all man.
This wasn't planned, by the way.
Yeah,
was-
no,
wasn't planned.
we
Nobody
didn't
knew
know.
about
Let's keep
this.
it
We
clear.
didn't
We didn't
know.
know anyone's picks before this.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
not blaming or fixing nothing. It was y'all mans. Y'all mans messed this up.
For everybody.
Screwed this up.
For everybody.
Y'all had one job. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a Drake fan, but when Drake is on record saying, "Don't wear no 350s around me," and Drake is probably the worst dressed celebrity.
Oh my God.
He's on the record
please.
saying, "Don't wear no 350s around me."
That's a
and
rap.
then you're watching these sneakers bomb every release now.
And then Kanye came out and tweeted, "Don't ever talk about 3." We're gonna get a note from Kanye soon.
Oh my God, for real.
He's gonna
Kanye
hit us
sent me
up.
some-
That was so just time appropriate.
That
When
was-
I saw your tweet, I was like, retweet.
Yo.
We were just talking about the V2s last week and
Right.
how like trash
Right.
they were, and Kanye tweeted that, and I was
Yeah.
like,
But don't tell me that's not the weirdest beef in the world where Kanye's talking about like, "Don't talk about my sneakers" to Drake. That's
Oh, it's literally
Yeah.
2018.
yeah,
literally the softest beef you're ever gonna get. That is vegan beef. You could get
that is.
that's like
okay.
that's like when they make those cauliflower chicken
All right,
wings.
do not.
You want some buffalo cauliflower? No, I do not want that, Drake. Now we talked about collabs, sleepers. We even went through the flops. Last but not least, drum roll please, everybody, drum roll please. These are our sneakers of the year. Maze, sneaker of the year.
The sneaker I'm wearing, the black cement Air Jordan 3.
Now, if you
I
are
don't
you just
know.
a fan of the
Hold
silhouette?
up. Let me get my bars off.
Okay.
Like, come on,
All right.
you're always attacking.
I
You're
am.
very attacky. Now,
She came with the heat today.
she did.
Yeah.
Now, what about this silhouette makes it your sneaker of the year?
So I'm just gonna say that Jordan could drop this sneaker every year, right? They could drop this sneaker every day of every year, and it would still be the sneaker of the year. Period.
Are you still gonna cop every year?
You can't
Absolutely.
do that.
I copped 7 of these. I copped 7 pairs. That's how serious it was. So
Wow.
yeah. I just think that
I pay him very well. Just want to let you guys know that.
in my personal opinion, this is the most important sneaker of all time. Like, I don't think we would have this show if the sneaker didn't exist. The history behind the sneaker is so deep. This is, like, sneaker culture started with the Air Jordan 1, I understand that, but if the Air Jordan 3 hadn't happened, that's it, it would have been a wrap.
Introduced Tinker. He jumps from the free throw line the same year.
Exactly.
It's a big year for Jordan.
So, and then this is the Grail colorway, black cement, and then when they brought the Nike Air on the back, which is something I've been waiting for since they did it back in 2001, you can't get any better. This is the best, this is, in my opinion, the best Air Jordan of all time. So any year they drop this, it's a sneaker year, period.
That's not fair.
Why is that?
That's not fair.
How's it not fair? It's real.
Because I feel like that almost defeats the purpose of like having sneaker of the year. If
Why?
you're because it's not like it didn't come out this year or like.
Oh, so you're saying like new sneaker of the
I
year.
feel like every year.
She's trying to change rules on us, right?
You're moving goalposts over there.
No.
What's good? What is your sneaker of the year? Just try to tell this man what his sneaker of the year is.
I'm
What
just
is your
saying
sneaker
it's
of the
not
year?
fair. Because then how are you gonna give people proper credit?
Life is not fair.
That's true. True story.
All right. Well, I would say that these are the sneaker of the year.
Okay.
That's fair.
But I already spoke about them. So I would say, and this might be very controversial.
Hit me.
I would say the Triple S Balenciaga is the sneaker of this year.
Wow.
Only because
you
I
like
feel
rock
like
now?
I was not expecting
I
that.
feel like okay, hear me out. I feel like it was a sneaker this year that I felt like even at a price point of $900, like everybody needed them, and anywhere I look, like any event you're at, any like in the street, like I feel like there's not one day that I wake up and go outside and don't see somebody with a pair of Triple S's on, and that's why for me, like it was a sneaker of the year, cause like it was the most worn this year.
You're right. It definitely is in every event. In every event I go to,
I can't argue with the reasoning, but
yeah, like what she says makes a lot of sense because
Is it my sneaker of the year? No.
no,
Okay,
but you're
okay.
saying
But is
you're
it
being
the
objective.
sneaker
I got
for
you.
me?
I
The
got you.
sneaker of this year, I definitely feel is the Triple S Balenciaga.
interesting. I'm gonna have to sleep on that one.
I'm asleep.
We can stay sleeping.
Stay sleep. Now, SpinKing, what is your
I gotta agree with Maze.
Oh,
you see?
the black cement
They go
threes.
with anything. You can wear them to go to the
Period.
mall. You can wear them go to any event. It don't matter.
I agree.
I can't go in detail because he said everything about them that I love, but it's the truth. Since I was a kid, I
Absolutely.
couldn't wait for the Nike logo to come back.
What?
On the back.
And the thing about it is, like, Jordan came out and they called the Concord like the Grail. That was their like marketing behind it, and I understand that. This with the Nike Air in the back, that's the Grail. Like, that's why I retired. I don't.
And he
cop
said
sneakers.
anybody who loves that sneaker, you can't have just one pair.
Hell no.
No, yeah, definitely not.
I retired from sneakers off the strength of this. I'm
Hey,
done with
you
sneakers.
keep saying that,
But I'm done.
You be lying.
That's not true.
What do you get out of lying?
That's
Oh,
hold up.
You're
You're gonna
retired.
call me a liar.
I
on
didn't
this
call.
own
I
show?
did not call you a liar.
Oh, okay.
I just asked, what do you get out of lying?
That's.
what is he lying about?
Yeah. What am I lying about?
Maze is not retired from sneakers.
How you figure?
You're not getting the bread for us?
The what?
You're not getting the bread for us next year?
Well, I'm saying I'm retired at this moment,
He said this year.
right? I'm retired at this
New
moment.
Year's like in 4 days.
But-
Oh, and you're gonna send
But
the
like-
facts like
but
I'm
like-
back?
But like Mike, I can return.
Right, absolutely, twice.
Right now, I got 2 in me.
Yeah.
Right now, I still got 3 rings. I just got my first set.
Okay. You coming? So next year you're gonna come
I'm
back
going
for the
for
next
3 rings. That's right.
Uh,
But I'm not coming back like the Wizards, Mike. I'm
and not for
stay
the
at
6
that
rings
time.
either, right?
Nah.
Come back for 6 rings.
What's your
But
favorite?
I don't have to cop a sneaker anymore.
Fair. It's literally, like he said, it's 4 days left. Okay. My sneaker of the year is going to go to the Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1.
Okay.
Number one, off rip, it's a young black man
Love that.
got a chance to work with Air Jordan 1.
Shout out to Queens too, by the
Like,
way.
shout out to
Queens.
That's my homie. I mean, like,
Nigel's a great guy. Like,
Yeah.
like a great guy. Like, I made sure I had that sneaker, and I do my best to wear it at all times, just because, like I said, we all grow up in the hood wanting our own sneaker. For him to work on that colorway, also for that sneaker, that silhouette to be so prevalent in the biking community. Like, people wear the ones to biking all the time. So it's just as important as it is on the court and as it is on the street to the bikers. A young black man that I know has his own sneaker, and I'm a big fan of details, like I said earlier. If you're going to deconstruct something, make it important. So for the sneaker to already look rough and tumbled, and the intricacies and the uses of the different leathers, I can't.
Yeah, he blacked down the design.
That's a fire sneaker right there.
Red laces or black laces?
I'm a black lace guy in that sneaker.
I like the red laces.
I think like the red laces too,
It's not a bright enough
contrast is
red
cool.
for me. It's
Okay.
that's like a blood red, or you know your colors way better than me, but it's not a bright.
She's about to break out the Pantone.
She was like, actually. Well, a nice healthy debate to end the sneaker year amongst friends. Hit us in the comments and let us know what you think of our picks, but don't get too crazy, cause you know I will fire back. So let's be safe.
You firing back in the YouTube comments?
I am, because at some they have to remain respectful at all times. Now, SpinKing, we know you have a lot going on, and before we get into our next segment, we gotta congratulate you on your label deal. Clap it up, clap it up.
Thank you.
DNR Music Group through Asylum and Warner Brothers Records. So, when can we expect some new music?
Well, the DNR label deal is about me having my own music label and signing under this under me. So my personal deal won't be done for like another 2 weeks.
Okay.
But somewhere else, another music label.
We get many bags from many places.
It's the new year. New me.
Right.
But that's how we, yeah.
So who's first up under DNR?
Can't announce that right now.
Oh my Lord,
But we signed it with no
get
artists.
exclusive, though?
I think we're probably the first people to ever do that.
to get a deal with no artists.
That's fire.
That is fire. Well, congrats once again.
Thank you.
And we definitely gonna get into more of what you got going on. But first, we sat down with New Orleans legend Master P for a sneaker story. Run it!
You know, buying something will inspire you to be better. You know, knowing that somebody else great, this is their product. That influenced me to see another African-American man that has some product that everybody's wearing. You know, you was wearing Jordan shoes. The sneakers that stood out to me growing up as a kid was the Jordan. Everybody had to have them. It was the hood's favorite choice. You know, it was a high price, like you couldn't afford it. I think that drove people to the stores and figured out, how can I have this shoe? The Jordan ones, the first ones that came out, is like, that was the shoe for me. I had to have that black and red Jordan as a kid. I had to walk through the hood with it. It just set it off. It made you know that it was quality. And you couldn't tell whether that was a basketball shoe or it was a walk-around. Jordan influence was so big on the shoe game. Imagine if he was Nike. So I tell people all the time, it's about ownership. And that's where I started these Yeezys. Hopefully it could have that same effect, making quality shoes from Italy and being able to compete the way Jordan competed in America for teenagers to adults, and to have something that everybody have to have. So I feel like the Jordan shoe influenced me to be a shoemaker today. I'm the first hip hop artist, or maybe the first entertainer with his own shoe. I know Run DMC was wearing Adidas, but I actually had a shoe created for me back in the early 2000s. That shoe changed the game. It was no hip hop artist with their own shoe. I created the shoe. I guess, you know, you get the influence of Yeezys with Kanye, with Adidas. I did that deal way back in the game. You know, me playing in the NBA, but being one of the biggest entertainers in the game at that time and having my own tennis shoe. You go back and look at it, I made it with it had like the 3 holes on the side. That was the shoe that I wore in the game. They had one that had the kind of slipper inside of it. So you'll see the technology that was created with me and Converse at the time. It was a movement for kids all across the world, knowing that an entertainer actually has his own shoe. It just makes me smile knowing that we open those doors. This generation of hip hop can eat off of that. I mean, if you look at even Kanye, he's outselling a lot of the athletes that are playing sports, that go out there every night and get on the court, because people think that people buy athletic shoes because they're athletes. But hip hop artists are influencing that, and we did that back in the days.
Wow. So we got the legendary Master P, super entertainer, NBA player. I don't know any other rapper that was in the NBA. His own sneaker. Loved the Jordan 1. He's for the culture.
I just want to say that we need to give Master P his flowers now.
Okay.
While he's here. Because I don't think that he gets enough credit for all the things that he's done in culture and in music, period.
He's a mogul.
One of the first true moguls to do it, you know, across
on multiple platforms.
Exactly. And then he hooped in the NBA.
Then put his kids on. If anybody out there has the Master P Toronto Raptors jersey, an official one,
talk to me.
Hit me. Got you.
Because I feel like Master P, God forbid something happens to him, everyone's gonna have like Master P, like, you know,
yeah, the playlists are gonna be crazy.
Yeah, they're gonna come out the woodworks. Oh, like Master P's a legend. Like, he's here now. Give him his flowers, because that man deserves it. For real.
Definitely. Spin King, back to you. I understand that you have a scented candle dropping.
Correct.
Let's talk about scented candles, because you're for the community. Let me tell you why I bang with you, because you got a scented candle. Now, people understand that, you know, we might be rough and tough on the outside, but when we come home and we take off our sneakers, we like to get a nice little whiff of something nice. So, what is the mindset behind this?
Well, my brother and I and Samir, my boy, we flew to Italy, and then we went to Cannes, France. We drove to go test out the scents, and we had to. It's been a year and a half in progress. Production actually starting now.
Wow.
So when we first got it, you know, when you light a candle, it burns around, it burns straight through.
Okay.
So you have to send it back. We didn't like the scent. We went through like 4 scents, and then we agreed on 3 scents. It's a soy base, so it's gonna burn around.
Okay.
The packaging actually costs more than the candle.
Wow.
So like, it's dope. I can't.
Now, what is the name of the candle?
Parfait Couture.
Ooh.
What is like
put that right here
like
somewhere.
the vibe of it?
It's cause that sounds funny. If you walk in my room right now, I have like 22 candles. Like not even. I just love the house to smell good.
Yeah.
You know, you're walking from the club, you smell
I
weed,
love
cigarettes,
candles,
clothes.
yeah.
So, it's just a vibe. Like there's 3 different scents that's coming out. So one like calm, one energy, and then one's like sleep.
Nice.
I like that. I like that. Now, thank you for stopping by the show.
Appreciate
We
you
do
guys having me.
appreciate you.
Thank
And seriously, congratulations on
Thank
all
you.
that. That's what we need to see more of the young moguls. The next up, you know, on different facets: music, merch, candles, all that. I don't really care about them shirts. You send them candles over here. Though, you know?
You trying to catch a vibe in the crib?
Trying to catch a vibe. Okay. Cribs. So if you want to send that is it for this week. This is Colorways and Toeboxes, and make sure you catch us every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on BET's YouTube channel. I'm Mouse Jones.
What's good?
I'm Maze.
And I'm DJ SpinKing.
Peace.